Good morning, YouTube. Hello to you from my very, very messy room. If you haven't seen my face before, hi, my name is Emily and I'm a final year medical student studying at the University of Nottingham in the UK. And I essentially just take you along my journey as a medical student studying in the pandemic. It is 8:45 in the morning and I've been up for about an hour, just got myself ready for the day, and I've been drinking my coffee, trying to motivate myself that it'd be a good idea to go on a run. So I think I'm just gonna get up and get on with it. I was kind of like low-key hoping it was gonna rain so I could like have an excuse not to go, but I've been doing the couch to 5k recently and I think I'm just gonna force myself to go on a run now, so I will see you in a little bit.
Hiya, so I'm midway through my run. As I said, I've been doing the couch to 5k, so essentially I have run before in the past, but like it was never like a serious thing. I was never any good at it, so sort of I'd run for like 3 minutes and stop and then run. So I've been trying to build up my stamina to like run consistently with the aim to like run a 5k at some point, like fully without stopping. I don't know, it's just a good thing to try and do because obviously with lockdown at the moment, the third lockdown, it's been really hard to like try and motivate yourself.
So I'm back from my run, just had a quick shower and got myself sorted. For my birthday, my friend got me this gratitude journal where each day you basically write in your sort of morning focus and set like positive goals for the day, and then you reflect on them each evening. So I'm going to fill that in for this morning before I get on with my studying for the day. I have some teaching on Teams now, so I'm just waiting for my group to call me. I've been a bit cheeky because the teaching was actually in person in the hospital today. But half of my group are isolating because of one of them's tested positive for coronavirus. So I've been a bit cheeky. I just asked, since they're Teamsing it anyway, if I could Teams because there's only 1 hour teaching. That's what we have for the entire day today. So otherwise it's an hour drive there and an hour drive back just for 1 hour of teaching. Like, it loses so much time. Oh, calling now, so. I'm just in the middle of my Teams teaching. I'm like literally so paranoid that I'm like not muted myself and they can hear me vlogging. Okay, I think I'm definitely muted, but I'm like really nervous that they can hear me. But our teaching is on urology, so it's a urology registrar. He's just like talking us through some cases. Ideally we should have been able to take cases ourselves, but essentially like I haven't been in at all this week because everything's just cancelled because of COVID. Those students that have cases have been presenting them and we're just like chatting about different differentials and management, so it's quite good to like just get an overview of urology because that's the week I'm supposed to be on at the moment, is urology week. So we're just talking about testicular torsion, which I know will probably make some of you squirm, and like the different treatment options for it, which I have actually been lucky enough to see in theatre. Actually I saw it when I was on my paediatric placement, but it was like a teenager who had testicular torsion, and essentially in the surgery they literally just cut open the scrotum, pop out the testicle, untwist it and put it back in. It's as simple as that, but it is a surgical emergency, so it does need treating ASAP if it does happen. And to help answer my questions, this is why I love being at teaching from home, because I can have all my notes in front of me and then look like I know the answer. I literally have all of my notes, my urology notes in front of me, and I have this like little handy table that I made previously, which literally goes through like all scrotal masses. My teaching is just finished and I've been trying to learn how to do a male genital examination, like a testicular exam, because this urology week would have been the week that I'd have like learned how to do it and practice on patients, but because everything's literally been cancelled because of COVID and the only patient experience we're getting at the moment is on the surgical assessment unit, in which I have a full day of that tomorrow. Essentially, you know, that would be luck if someone came in that needed a testicular exam, so I've not got any chance to practice it. So I've just been like trying to learn how to do it via a YouTube video and then like just imagining I'm doing it, and then I've been looking up the anatomy as well. I just filmed a whole segment talking about the prescribing safety assessment, what the exam involves, and realised I had it on time lapse, so hold on, let me just sort out my ring light. You literally couldn't hear anything I was saying. But yeah, the PSA is the prescribing safety assessment. I only left myself 2 weeks to revise for it. My exam's on the 1st of February because it's essentially just a pass-fail exam. We are allowed the BNF, which is the British National Formulary, which has details of what prescriptions you need to give, how much you should give, contraindications and adverse drug reactions. So essentially you could just use that for the entire exam and pass it, but it's very time pressured, so you do need to have the prior knowledge. I just like gave myself 2 weeks in the hope that I would just like cram it in the 2 weeks, so I really need to get a move on with that and get started with it, because I'm actually finding it quite difficult. For some reason I thought in my head I would find it easy, but I find pharmacology really hard, so I don't know why I thought that. So I'm finding it quite difficult, so I'm just trying to like dedicate my focus to that at the moment. So I'm just gonna get on with that. I'm just having a little snack because I'm absolutely starving. I think it was that run that's like done me in. I'm like hungry for the day. So the first thing I'm gonna do is like go over some flashcards. So I've been making flashcards like as I've gone along through the PSA. So there's like a textbook which I've been using online, which is called Pass the PSA. So I've been using the Pass the PSA textbook, and there's like 8 different sections. As I've been going through each section, my way of making notes is I've been just making some flashcards on Quizlet, and I've been going over them each day to like help me remember it. But today I'm just going over the starred ones, which essentially I've been starring ones that I've got wrong, which as you can see is quite a lot. It is 1:30. I've finished going through all the flashcards and I've moved on to the next section of the PSA, which has been management. So it's just been like going through management of common conditions, and I've been putting them on flashcards. So we have access to this via university. We have access to Clinical Key, which essentially just has loads of textbooks on. So I, instead of buying the textbook because it was like £35, just got it on here. It's called Pass the PSA, and I can just go on, and then it's got all the different chapters in here. So I am currently on chapter 4, planning management, and I've got all of these chapters to do basically in a week and a half. I think I'm gonna go have a little bit of lunch and then crack on with the afternoon. Recently, to try and keep me focused, I've been using the Forest app, and I was like super excited to see that I can actually get it on my laptop as well. So on Google Chrome there's like a little add-on that you can have, and you can like change your tree, like what different tree you have. But yeah, I get like super excited by my little trees. I'm like super invested in them. I killed 2 yesterday and I was like devastated by it. Sometimes I'm really cheeky though, and I like put it on my laptop and my phone at the same time, so it looks like I've studied longer. Work smarter, not harder though, am I right? Lunchtime! I just made this sausage sandwich. Yum. It's the Richmond vegetarian sausage, which are like the best. Back in my room again. I feel like this vlog has literally just been me in my room, which is like super boring. Maybe I should like spice it up and go work somewhere else in the house, but pretty much I just sit at my desk all the time and I'm working. And you just got a little peep of my fat ass ring light and tripod that Harry got me for my birthday. So that's what I've been using to film with. I've just had my lunch, had a little break. I had to film an ad for a brand that I'm working with on my Instagram page, which is exciting. Today is the first day that I'm actually getting paid for something, for like a collaboration that I'm doing with a brand over on my Instagram, which is like so exciting for me. Like, it's not a huge amount of money, but it's just very exciting for me, giving me the potential to maybe earn some extra cash, because I'm literally so in my overdraft right now. It's actually not even funny. It's just gone 2 o'clock at the moment. Is to just do some practice PSA questions. I'm gonna do like an hour first, just like focusing. So I'm gonna put my phone on the Forest app, and then after that I would like show you the practice questions, what they kind of involve, and then like probably work through one showing you how I sort of like go through the process of it. I thought I'd just show you the questions that I'm gonna have a go at for the prescribing safety assessment. So there's like 4 practice papers, and essentially I've just been like working through each section at a time in the textbook and then doing the questions after. So I've already had a go at some of this paper. So I'll just skip through to the management section, which is the bit I was trying to learn about today. At the same time, I have open Medicines Complete, which is an online version of the British National Formulary, which has all the details about like different prescriptions for different conditions and the doses that you give. So I'm kind of nervous to have a go at it, because I'm like, I always like feel really rubbish after I get it wrong and then like get a really bad percentage at the end. But I'm gonna have a go at this question, so I'll probably like keep you on while I work through it so you can see my thought process. I know like if you're kind of not at my stage of med school, this might not make an awful lot of sense, but I mean, not really making a lot of sense to me either, so we're in this together. But I'm not going to read it out loud because I don't really learn by reading it out loud, so I'm just going to put the question on screen while I read it, and then I'm going to work through it. So this is from the PSA website. I'll just like link that down below. Okay, so essentially the crux of this question is it's someone with alcohol dependency who's stopped drinking alcohol and probably is having alcohol withdrawal syndrome. And if we look at the blood results, you've got the normal ranges beside, and they're all in range bar the bilirubin, which is high, and the ALT, which is also high, and alk phos is high. So these are all blood results which would indicate that something is wrong with the liver. And if I'm remembering what I learnt today, those blood results being high wouldn't, does it say, yeah, he's also jaundiced, which means yellowing of the skin, and that can happen in liver disease. So combined with the blood results of that indicate that there's something going on with the liver and the jaundice, I would be thinking that this is probably like an obstructive type jaundice. I'm trying to remember what I was learning earlier, like the ratio of the blood results. I think I'm going to check that. I think that's right. I mean, it doesn't really help me too much with this question, but it's just like useful to try and recall that. So let's have a look. Okay, so it could either be, so it could be obstructive jaundice because the ALP is rise, alk phos, but alk phos is also, oh I see, oh no, and because the ALT is raised, probably be thinking that that's more like intrahepatic jaundice, because that happens with like fatty liver disease and cirrhosis of the liver, which can happen in alcoholism. So I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to this question is vitamin B substances with Pabrinax. I am pretty sure, but I'm just going to use Medicines Complete to have a look anyway and check. Okay, so I've gone with that, and I'm just going to have a go at some other questions, but like I'll come back to it at the end when I mark it and then see if it's right. And if it's wrong, I'm going to be very upset and feel stupid. Hello, so it's about 4:45. I don't really know what accent that was. I had to go at some questions. I grew myself another wee tree on my forest app. I'll put a little screenshot of all my trees so far. You can tell I've just got loads of energy because I've got got a caffeinated beverage in this charming feminist mug, and I'm having a big hunk of cake. This is the best cake of all time. My friend Sophie made it for my birthday. Shout out to Sophie. It is like just incredible, so yum. So I'm having some of that, and I'm gonna make myself feel better about the monstrosity that was those questions I just did. So I'm pleased to tell you that one that we did together, I did in fact get right. Oh, it's my PayPal details. If you would like to send me some money, that is my PayPal. This section here, I got this first bit, I got 4 marks in, and I did get that question right. It was in fact vitamin B substances with ascorbic acid, so well done me. Pat on the back there. Go to this next section, and I got 0 out of 8. So I don't know what's happening there. I got them all right, and then in the next paper I got them all wrong, but I'm going to look through it and see if I can find out why. I've given myself a positive mindset about it, because just because I got it wrong, it means that I can learn. So if the same question comes up, hopefully I shouldn't get it wrong again. I have a supervisor meeting to get signed off for my surgery attachment. So I've been on like 5 weeks of surgery attachment, and urology was one of the weeks in that. And I have to fill out my portfolio to send him. He's quite strict, he kind of scares me, like of what I've been up to in the attachment and stuff. I have this big booklet here. It's like this huge document that has so many pages in that we have to fill out. So I'm just going through now and like coming up with some objectives for the attachment and what I've like got out of it and stuff. Been mad filling out this thing for my supervisor about all the stuff I've done over the attachment. I wish I'd done it as like all along, because it's literally driving me insane. I'm literally like going back through my diary to find out what I've had. I have my OSCE buddy teaching now. So my OSCE buddy is basically an FY1, and it's like this scheme that the university run where you get like attached to an FY1, like a few of you, and they practice OSCEs with you over Zoom. OSCEs are like our practical examinations at the end of the year, where we like have to go in and basically like take a history, examine, diagnose and treat a patient like appropriately. But because of COVID, like, and we're not getting an awful lot of practice, we have OSCE buddies assigned to us who practice with us over Zoom. So I've got that in 5 minutes at 5:30. Oh my gosh, it's 7:15 and we've only just finished and we started at 5:30. I'm absolutely exhausted. She's like such a good teacher, she's like really smart. So I've just put like a little vegetarian lasagna in the oven. And in the meantime, I think I'm just gonna have a chill. I'm reading Women Don't Owe You Pretty by Florence Given at the moment. I got it for my birthday. So I'm just gonna sit and read that for a little bit. I'm finding it really, really interesting. It's definitely very eye-opening. It causes you to question things. So don't often read books like this, but it's really nice to try and educate yourself on something. For dinner, I had this peng lasagna. It was so good. Then I just took my makeup off and I hung out with my family for a bit. My sister was doing a jigsaw and we were watching Pooch Perfect, which is this show about dog groomers on BBC. It sounds really stupid, but I'm kind of low-key obsessed with it. Hello, so it's me from the future and I forgot to film an ending for the vlog, so the end. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hoping to be more consistent on YouTube in 2021. That's my goal, especially when my finals are over. I'll have a lot more time. But in the meantime, please go follow my Instagram page and go follow me on TikTok as well, because I do vlogs of pretty much every single day over on there. Bye.